My dad and mom split up when I was pretty young, so me and my sister had different lifestyles. She lived with my mom and I lived with my dad, and my dad would often go and he would go on drinking binges and he would leave for a couple weeks at a time, and then we had to figure out how to get some food and stuff.
Prior to meeting Austin, our family had sat down and decided that we felt God was calling us to do foster care.
I remember Diana came home the day that she met Austin and said, I met this kid and I don't know how, but he's going to be a part of our life, or something special is going to happen. And she just felt that and just knew that.
I had never really had like that real family feeling, and definitely made me feel like I was a part of something better than what I've never experienced before.
We were very grateful for the supervisor at Lutheran for seeing our vision for Austin and helping us to get over that hurdle and to be able to bring him home. Little did we know that Laura was going to be a part of that equation too at the time, but we felt like we had what she needed, and we knew that we were going to probably take more foster children. We just had no idea it was going to be Austin's sister, and it would be a great opportunity to be able to be parents to her as well.
I was really emotional on adoption day. It was kind of an eye-opener because I never had a real family, and just to have that, just to know that somebody would be there to support me whatever I go through in life.
LCFS had a lot to do with why we're here, because if they wouldn't have been willing to take my parents and license them, then who knows where I would have been.
LCFS, being able to provide that support through having a social worker to be involved, and having the therapist there to reach out and help us, and our extended family. There's no way that these kids would have the success that they've had we not had that support.
For our family, in order to stand together, it's really meant that in a lot of ways we've really had to talk about how we make sure that we're united. And so that means that we all have the same motivations, but we have to extend a lot of grace to each other.
Bottom line, when times get tough, we're going to be there for one another, because that's what family does. And we are a family, and that's very important to us.
I was in an abusive relationship with my ex-husband, and when he drank, he was excessively abusive towards me and the children. And that kind of is where my problems started. I would start drinking and kind of easing my own pains with how I could. And so the only thing I could think of besides getting a bag of heroin, which is the one thing I did not want to do. I don't know why I thought crack was going to be a better painkiller for me, but I did. Being a mother and having to deal with addiction it's one of the hardest and most hurtful things anyone can ever go through. Hurting your kids is like, it's just, I can't explain the feeling, but it painfully hurts physically. It physically hurt my heart to know that I was hurting my kids like that, and they were watching me go through this. I had to get help. I had to get some kind of help. Through DCFS, they had recommended a bunch of different options for me, and LCFS was one of them. I wanted to be good all the time and just have a normal life and have a normal family.
Yeah.
And they helped me with that. They were there for me anytime I needed to talk, anytime I needed anything, they were there for me.
Yeah.
I guess you could say they became a part of our family.
Yeah.
I got really close with my counselor.
Yeah. After our experience with Lutheran Child Family Services, they taught us how to take advantage of our time as a family. They taught us how to appreciate each other, how to find ways to be happy even in the small things. And that's something that has just been invaluable for all of us.
I would like to say thank you for them keeping my family together and making us whole and getting us back on track to where we needed to be, making me a better person inside and out.
Lutheran Child and Family Services really provided us with the tools for us to stand together as a family.